Okay. The second thing is I feel like there's usually gonna be a summoning thing. Is it the 16th? 16th, so ignore that. I think it's here. Summon Rush. Yeah, there's a Summon Rush on the 17th, so Friday. So usually during the Summon Rushes, they usually have some sort of incentive events, meaning that there'll be increased summon odds on some of the shards. I'm hoping that's the case. Maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. Um, but usually it is. But at the very least, dropping your shards on that date, if you have access to this event, then you should be able. I'm super close. I'm like halfway to creating this champion. She's absolutely legendary. Um, yeah, you want this champion if you get, or any of this current summon shards, summon fragments, um, events. If you can get any of these, you'll be very, very happy. So yeah. If you this one's like halfway through, so I wouldn't worry too much about this one. But so you could save your shards for the next champion, um, which I think will be in April. I think it'll be for either. I think it should be for Kale or Gaelic, one of those. It'll be Gaelic, Kale, Elaine. Um, who am I missing? Oh, Athel. You'll be able to choose whatever one you want, and then try to get that through the events and um, tournaments. But yeah, I would save your shards. Save your shards for Friday at least. If I know as new players you have different tournaments, so if it's not there, then I would just save up. So you're gonna get Ronda Rousey, guarantee. I think it's guaranteed on 5 ancient shards if you do it within like a week and a half or something like that, 2 weeks maybe. So I would do that 100%. So just drop five. You'll see the shards. The way to get the shards through like challenges, quests, and missions. I would recommend just trying to get through your missions as much as possible. Do the missions. They give you so much resources. And the quests. I would just do your dailies. Make sure you're doing all this daily. And for the challenges, just try to work through as much as you can. Keep up with the artifact one, otherwise you'll get kind of where I am, where I'm I don't play the game on normal, so I I don't want to go back and waste my energy to do that, so I don't, but I would try to just do it all early and you get tons of energy, tons of things to go back and do. So, yeah, definitely worth it, guys. Do all your challenges, try to get everything done as much as you can, and you'll get it gives you so much XP and stuff, and you'll be ranked up in no time. At level 15, if you use my download code, you will get a free epic champion. I think it's Light Bane. I think it's Light Bane. Light. It's Light Bane. Let me double check here. Light Sworn. Light Sworn. You get this guy. Um, Pretty great champion. Like for the Fire Knight, he's so strong because he got a multi-hit A1. He's got a multi-hit A1, which decreases the turn meter, and then he's got a 50% decrease attack debuff on his A2. Yeah, A2, and a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Actually, just super strong. And then yeah, oh yeah. So Um, his A3 actually is an increased defense buff and revive on death buff for 2 turns. Super, super strong. Especially early. And I think you get Grumbler, which is like an ally protect HP based rare champion when you use the download code. And I would just use him with him and he'll just keep everybody alive for so long. It's really, really helpful. So yeah, good combo. Save your shards for the different events or anytime there's like increased odds and stuff like that. That's when I would use your shards. Um, Other than that, you guys will have all of your dungeons. So most of the time, these are only open on rotating days. When you start the game, all of these will be open. So these four will be open. So you'll be able to play these, I think, for 7 days or something like that. So pretty much whatever you summon in between these days, you'd be able to get um, the potions to ascend these champions of each faction, or not faction, affinity. So there's Void, which don't have any. Void is really cool because they're not weak to anything, and they're not like strong to anything. So like in between, there's no kind of loss on them or gain, but they're very strong champions. You can essentially stay affinity friendly if you have a team of Void champions. Um, Force. Um, Force is strong against magic. Magic is weak against force. And then magic is strong against spirit, and spirit is strong against force. That makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, definitely level these guys up. You'll want to grind um those. I would grind them early. Get your guys ascended, because when they're ascended, so I need to ascend. Where is she? This one. I need to send this to do my Justicar fusion right here. So I just need the potions, and then I'll do my Justicar fusion. And yeah, super super cool. So definitely do the I would focus on the potions because you won't have access to them forever. So get your ascendment potions. Um and then yeah, with your gems, save up 500, buy the mine. Buy the gem mine. It gives you gems every hour or whatever, and it collects a certain amount. It can get up to 15, so you could put up to 1,500 gems in there. The other spot I would put your gems is the Guardian Ring. Get each one of these, and then eventually level them up if you can. Costs a lot of gems. I wouldn't worry too much about leveling them up. Just open all the spaces. And then the last part that I would put your gems in is your shop. Wait, it's not that shop. It's market. The market would be, yeah. So when you start, you have, I think, these six, and then you can they'll cost a combination of either silver or gems, and I think it's 250 gems in total to get to the last ones. So yeah, I would just when you've gotten your mine and you got your guardian stuff all set up, then I would uh, buy each slot for the marketplace, because sometimes there's really good items. Um, and sometimes you can also get ancient shards from here. I've had it before where I didn't have the whole shop and I had an ancient shard like right here, and I literally couldn't purchase it because it was blocked and I had to like didn't have the gems or whatever to do it. So definitely do that. Yeah. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted some new player tips, and I just feel like it's super helpful. I would focus on your Great Hall as much as you can, um, and then whatever affinity that you kind of have the majority of, I would put those up first. But I think one of the first challenges to put one in each of these, so I would probably focus on either accuracy or defense. These two would be helpful because these are just broad bonuses that they just give your champions. So definitely worth it. I believe it's only works in the arena, but still super helpful. All right, guys. Yeah, there'll be tournaments and events, and just try to kind of grind whatever you can. You'll get a lot of energy at the beginning, so just use the energy kind of wisely. I would hold on to any skill tome that you have. So the epic ones are really hard to get. So are the legendary ones. So I would just hold on to them. Like I like to put them on champions that I like max out. So like Demetha would be someone I'd max out, but because I got the cooldowns on her, I don't really need to. So I would actually, I think I want to put them on Skrank because I want um his AoE HP burn lower cooldown. But I use a champion called Yameko who reduces all the cooldowns when I use it anyways, so it almost doesn't make any sense. So the other character I would put the tomes into is, I think I'd put it into Royal Guard, because Royal Guard is like my high end game nuker for the dungeons. So I probably would put them into Royal Guard. I'm not really sure. I think, yeah, probably Royal Guard. But it doesn't drop the cooldown, which is a bit annoying. So I'm not sure. Not sure. But yeah, I would hold on to all your tomes, because you're going to get better champions as you progress through the game. And the champions that you get all from like the promotions and stuff like that, I think are good, but they're not worth wasting your tomes on, because these are very difficult to acquire. You might pull a champion. I would look up in the Hell's Hades, there's like a tier list. So let's change here so we can go. I feel like there's a tier list somewhere. Yeah, champion tier list, and then look up your champion's name or whatever you pull and check it out. There's tons of really great champions in here. A lot of them are obviously legendary. There's a lot of really great epic ones, and Deacon's right there. So like if you get Deacon if you can off of Superpowers, that's the code. It's right here. I'll put all the codes in the description and I'll also link the websites, but definitely check it out, guys. Um, yeah, hold on to your books. There's some really great rare champions as well, but obviously the legendaries and everything's going to be a bit better, right? Kale's literally a 4, so Kale would be my starter that I would always go with. But you could really choose whatever one that you think is fine, and you're probably going to be doing really good. Also, watch out for Arminger. He's very, very good. So if you see him, grab him. And anytime you see him, grab him. And then you can use duplicates of them to upgrade his skill level and all that. So yeah, definitely pay attention to the list. It does help. Obviously, there's characters that are still good that aren't as high up on the list, and every list is going to be a bit different, but definitely worth checking out there. All right, guys, that's it for me. Appreciate you all the love and support as per usual, and you guys have a good night.